Hello, everyone. Welcome in. I have to be a little bit quiet today because my mom is just in the other room taking a nap again. And I've got to be super quiet because if not, I'm going to wake her up. And it's like waking up a sleeping bear. It's never a good thing. Just kidding. She's never in a bad mood. I don't know what her problem is. So, anyways, today I am wearing my new diamond pendant that I bought. That was my retirement gift to myself. And I really love that very much. It's very contemporary, but it's an old diamond, and I love the design of it. And my shirt was a gift from Jeremy's mom, and I'm wearing my Maltese cross diamond pendant right there. I really love that one. There's something about the design of that that made me so incredibly happy. Apple. It's like combining happy and an apple together. I am getting a phone call. Let's see if I can stop that. Yeah, I just snoozed the phone call. So, how dare they interrupt my time with you? A rhinestone star and a Bakelite pencil and book brooch. I've shown you that before in videos. And my fire agate ring that I made, as I'm like, wow, pow! Fire agate ring that I constructed, and I really like that. I'm a little jittery today because I drank 2 cups of coffee, one right after another. So in about 5 minutes, I'll be completely crazy. Anyways, I wanted to welcome you back in, and I want to thank you so much for the comments on yesterday's video. There were a couple that really stood out to me again. They all stand out to me, but there were a couple that really made me very happy. So thank you so much for taking the time to leave me such amazing comments. I really appreciate it. And as of today, I'm going to take the camera down in a second, and I just have 3 pieces of jewelry to show you that I got at a safety deposit. There's a much larger portion of this collection that I'll get into in videos down the road once I'm kind of moved and settled in somewhere else. I did buy the local collection of the extremely famous and well-known Paige Palmer. She was the first lady of fitness on TV here in Cleveland, Ohio. WEWS was the channel, the station that she was on, and she was on there for a very long time. She was a very large personality. I had met Paige Palmer twice in my life, and when she was still alive. And I was lucky enough to I think it was about maybe 10 about 10 years ago, I was able to buy her collection. I bought her clothing, her fashion, her items from around the world, beautiful things from India, China, all over the world, because Paige traveled extensively. And she was known as the First Lady of Fitness, but I'll get into more about her down the road. If you want to Google Paige Palmer, there is information about her, and you'll probably see one of the presentations that I've given on her collection at the Orange Community Center, and I think that was, maybe 8 years ago now, or maybe 2015, so maybe it was like almost 10 years ago. So anyways, I have a problem remembering dates, so you'll have to forgive me when it comes to like dates and numbers. This artist brain doesn't do dates or numbers. But thank you again so much for joining in, and I'm so settled in today. I woke up totally rested, really refreshed, completely ready to go. I don't know what else to say, but I'm really enjoying a lot of my downtime now. And I did get my studio cleaned and ready to go, so just be ready for upcoming silversmithing videos. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a full-time reseller. I've been that way over half my life. I don't like being considered an expert, but I'm a jewelry historian, and I've researched everything from Victorian through contemporary, and everything from platinum and diamonds to Bakelite, Mexican silver, Native American, you name it. Designer rhinestone, of course, I can't leave that out of the fun. So, anyways, I want to get down, and I'm going to bring you down slowly and surely, but I'm only going to show you 3 pieces. I'm going to bring you down now. So here, let's adjust this. Let's get you down here. So here we go. And right about maybe there. Let's see if that works. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, that's perfect. Let me move this up. Let me move this up. So I only brought out 3 pieces of the Paige Palmer collection, and I focused on the emeralds in her collection. She really loved fine jewelry. She loved platinum. She loved diamonds. And she loved things from around the world. So she had some fairly important and historical pieces that she acquired throughout her travels, and these three are of no exception. But I focused on emeralds, and the first is this incredible pair of emerald and diamond, platinum, and 14 karat gold earrings. And unfortunately, the light on the ring light is extremely bright, so it's kind of washing out that lush green color that these have. And these are half drilled emerald beads. So basically, it's like an orb of emerald and then half drilled, and then these beautiful old cut diamonds are then prong set on a post and then inset into the emerald bead, fully articulated, so completely move with the wearer and completely move around. Take one off and see if I can get a close-up of that for you, so you can see the quality of those emerald beads, and the diamonds are absolutely gorgeous. They are so filled with fire and scintillation, great color, great clarity. I believe the carat weight on the diamonds complete is almost at 2 carats from weight estimation. I think the larger ones were estimated around almost a carat. I think 80 something points, 85 points for the two, and then the rest completed the up to almost 2 carats. Look at the way those are, the half drilled emeralds are set onto those cups, and the reverse so beautifully set. The quality of Paige's jewelry was truly exceptional. Even her costume jewelry was made to look like fine jewelry. She loved Trifari, she loved Chanel, she did have some New York designer pieces, and I'll bring on the costume eventually from her collection, but she really loved emeralds and diamonds, rubies and sapphires. She really most loved 18 karat gold. She really loved diamonds as well. So those are the emerald and diamond earrings, and I wanted to bring those on today. Eventually, I'll be able to bring them over to the light box, but today wasn't that day. I worked in the light box all morning this morning on eBay listings, but there's some of the information on the emerald earrings, and there's weight estimation, and I blocked out the value, blocked out who did the appraisal. That's not pertinent information, and then that these were appraised in 2010. They were only appraised for probate, so they were not appraised for insurance, so the value was very low. But I got very lucky because that's the way I was able to acquire the entire collection and made it somewhat affordable because it was appraised for liquidation value, basically. In 2010, the metals weren't that high, and such pieces weren't very well revered by the company that did the appraisal. So those are the emerald and diamond earrings from Paige Palmer's collection. And then we're going to go into this ring. And I don't think this video is going to be too long today. I really don't. I think I'm going to be able to get you out of here in no time, actually. This is a Chatham created emerald. So that would be basically grown in a laboratory. And then it was inset in the most exceptional Brutalist and Modernist 18 karat gold mounting, and these diamonds are they're incredible as well. Look at the way the light dances across those natural crystals. They left it that way. Once they grew that in a lab, they're still crystals, and they left the natural crystalline structure and then worked the metal around that. But this is a gigantic, heavy, well-made 18 karat gold mounting. It is signed up inside here by the maker, and it looks like the work of Arthur King. I had researched Arthur King's work when I was in college as a metalsmith. I do not believe this is by Arthur King, but it is signed on a little applied disc that's on the inside. Looks like a castle mark, and then it's got a 1-8 on the one side for 18, and then a K on the other side for carat. So that's clearly marked and hallmarked 18 karat gold. And here is the appraisal on that. And again, I blocked out just the basic information. And it doesn't matter if people saw it because, Paige is no longer with us. But out of respect, I blocked out some of the information. And it does mention that that's a Chatham created emerald. Some of the information on these appraisals was incorrect. Some of the carat weights were off. Some of the clarity was off. Some of the weight estimation on the stones was off. But this was just a quick appraisal to get it through probate, to get it through the court system, and to get the estate settled. But I do own every single piece of Paige Palmer's jewelry that was in the estate when I got there, and I do own her exercise robes, her leotards, her press passes, old photographs of Paige's. The family, unfortunately, was loading a dumpster when I went there the day when I picked all of this up, and I kept saying, no, you can't throw these things out. She was historically important to Cleveland, and I have to save part of her legacy. So I'm glad that I rescued as much as I did, and as they filled the dumpster, I was filling my car, and I just kept telling them, don't put it in the dumpster, just put it in my car, and I'll go through it later. The photographs of Paige that I have that were never released, and behind the scenes, like press passes, luggage tags. I even have I have her wigs and her leotards, and everything she used in her life of being a TV personality, and I'm glad that I own those things. But the jewelry collection was one of the finest I've seen because she was married 5 times. At least that's what was widely speculated. It was at least 5 times, and possibly a sixth. But at any rate, this mounting and that ring being 18 karat gold is just exceptional. So that's Chatham created, and I loved everything about that mounting and how they embrace the naturalness of that stone. We see these from time to time, but not that big and not that cool. And that rivals the work of Webb. That rivals the work of Webb and kind of takes a stand against, fellow designers of the time and says, I'm also in charge. I may not be a big name, but I'm also in charge. So we'll put that out of the way, and I'll do more research on the artist on that eventually. But you can see that on this appraisal, it didn't mention any of that. It didn't even really get into the vintage characteristic of some of these pieces. And that's where you've got to watch appraisals, is if they don't get into those kind of information, you've got to wonder how good are these appraisals. You got to wonder and question that. Now, I do have an appraisal on this necklace, and I just didn't want to bring it on because of the value, and I didn't want to talk about that. So we're going to open this up, and this is going to really wow you. I am surprised I'm showing this today, but I'm going to do it because I'm ready. Look at that. That is one of the most magnificent, I'll light it up with a flashlight, that is one of the most magnificent emerald and diamond necklaces one will ever see. This is from India. It was presented to Paige, I believe in 1961. It's considered a bazu bond, at least that's what I've been told by 2 of my friends from India. You can see it's been in this box for a very long time. It is the fitted box that this went in. And this is a little bit strange, but I love old boxes, jewelry boxes, and I'm glad I do, because the box was thrown away, and the day that I was there loading the dumpster, I put this box in my car. And I thought, well, hopefully I find the necklace. I thought it was a necklace based on the size of the box. I thought maybe it's just a pearl strand necklace. And no, it's an upper armlet from a royal person from India. These were customarily worn by a gentleman, and as a bazu bond, it went on the upper arm. And look at the quality of the stones. Look at those amazing, not treated emeralds. And those are all rose cut and table cut diamonds that dance across the surface of this silver topped gold. So that is 14 karat gold on the back. So we've got 14 karat all the way through. And then we've got sterling silver on the top. If I were to replace this today, it would be very difficult. The reason for that is to get that many emeralds so closely colored matched, and clarity as well. Let me see if I can light up from behind real quick to show you just some of the quality of the stones from behind. Not the best emeralds Mother Nature ever made, but some of the most beautiful in terms of the lush color green, and then it follows suit with these ones on the bottom. The pearls are cultured on the bottom, but then the pearls on the side, these kishi or seed pearls here, are natural pearls. Those are not cultured. And those are wired on to complete this silk cord, which also has gold thread and silver thread running through it that goes to the back where then this toggle is then moved down and tied onto the upper arm of the gentleman. I have worn this twice. I wore it as a headpiece to an AIDS benefit back, I think in maybe early 2000 and something, because I didn't buy all these pieces all at once out of Paige's collection. They kind of came in two different installments because there were three brothers, and all three needed to be present to get into the safety deposit box to then release it for sale so that the estate would then be complete as it was court ordered. And there was an executor, and I did meet him. That was the eldest son, and he was quite an amazing man. He was in from California, and he really did kind of change my perspective on Paige as a collector. But look at the way the stones are cut in this. Rose cut. The approximate carat weight on the emeralds was approximately 20 carats, and it's actually more than that. And then the weight estimation on the diamonds was approximately 10 carats, and we believe now that it's closer to around 12 or 15 carats. And the way they match the diamonds and the way they color match the emeralds, again, I keep going back to that, but it needs to be stated and it needs to be appreciated. But this is totally complete, and I was really lucky to get it in its box, and that I had enough, I guess, foresight to be determined to say that this box, even if I didn't find the bazu band or the ornament, I would at least love to have had this box. But this absolutely was fitted to fit right in that box, and I was just so lucky that I'm just so lucky that I found that box and that I was able to keep the history of the piece inside of that, inside of its original box. And so beautiful velvet with these really industrial kind of closures on the sides for a jewelry box. But at any rate, so that's the Paige Palmer India necklace, and it's been talked about for a long time locally. Of course, it's kept in safety deposit with the rest of her collection, and I am going to be writing a book on Paige's collection. Might be a collaboration with another artist from Cleveland. I'm in the works with that now, and maybe that will happen hopefully soon, to where I can supply a lot of the photographs and she can supply a lot more of the history on Paige as a person and a TV personality. So those are the three pieces of emerald jewelry out of the Paige Palmer collection. And I just have to thank you again so much for being here. But look at when I put the light on that, what happens. The return of sparkle and dazzle and beauty. Again, I just want you to see it one more time close up. I can't help myself. And that construction on the back is just as beautiful as the front. But that azuring where they inset all of those diamonds, the azuring and the way that's handled, and that fully articulating tubular construction on the back that allows the light to go through this, that allows those diamonds to really sing and dance and be just so as beautiful as they can be. So anyways, I hope this video was good. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I did well for all of you. I try my best, and I was a little distracted earlier because I wanted to do, well, there's a second video that I wanted to do at the same time, and I pre-record my videos, so they're not in chronological order of how I record them. But at any rate, I just wanted to make sure that you enjoyed this video and that you know how I end it, because I feel this way. I love you, and stick with me because there are probably another, I'm gonna guess there's probably around 60 pieces of jewelry out of the Paige Palmer collection that's fine jewelry. And then I still have all of the costume and designer and silver jewelry of hers as well. So stay tuned for future videos on the Paige Palmer collection. And these were just the 3 emerald pieces that I decided to show you today. So I would go camera up and wish you well, but you know I love you.